Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for this beginner slow flow class. I'm so excited that you guys joined the bundle and are getting this opportunity. I want to take a few moments here to settle down and get grounded. We're going to get right into this practice. So, if you will meet me in a comfortable seat, maybe cross your legs or legs extended. Sit up tall, soften our eyes closed. Take a deep breath in together through your nose. Filling the lungs, filling your chest, filling your throat and your head. And then exhaling from your head, from your throat, from your chest, and from your abdomen. And again, together in to your abdomen, to your chest, to your throat, and to your head. And exhale from your head, from your throat, from your chest, and from your abdomen. One more time in together, breathing deep into your abdomen, to your chest, to your throat, and to your head. Exhaling from your head, from your throat, from your chest, and from your abdomen. We'll take a few moments to settle in and get grounded. Again, thank you for joining me. Very grateful to have you here. Beginning to feel yourself connected with your yoga mat, connecting with the earth, settling into this moment here, into this present moment. Let's take a deep breath in together through your nose and out through your mouth. Another deep breath in through your nose and out. Another deep breath in, sealing the lips and exhaling through your nose. All right, let's get started. So let's start in a tabletop position. We want our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees. Take a moment here and get settled. And then on your inhale, we'll raise our right hand up, gazing at our right hand, and then threading it through under our left armpit here. Breathing deep, feeling the stretch in the back body here. Exhaling, releasing that tension. Just stretching the shoulder here. Another deep breath in. Feeling your body settle even more into the mat. Still working on being grounded here in this moment. And then on the inhale, we'll raise our right hand back up, gazing at the right hand, and back down to our mat. Inhale, raising the left hand up, gazing at the left hand, opening the chest. Exhale, we'll thread it through. Breathing in deep here, feeling again that stretch in our shoulder, the back body here. Remembering to come back to our breath throughout this practice. Our breath is what's going to keep us grounded here. On your next inhale, we'll raise that left hand back up, gazing at the left hand as we set it back down on our mat. And take a deep breath in, dropping the belly, pushing away from your yoga mat, looking forward, hips up, inhaling deep. Exhale, we'll curl, tucking the tail, chin to chest, pushing away from your yoga mat here, curling the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, pushing our shoulders away from our ears here. Nice curve in the spine here. Exhale, pushing away from your mat, tucking the tail, chin to chest. Inhale again, dropping the belly. Breathing in deep here, pushing far, far away from that yoga mat. Exhale, we'll curl the spine, tucking the tail, chin to chest. And then we'll come back to a neutral spine here, neutral tabletop. Take a moment to loosen up a little bit here. Maybe go a couple of circles in one direction, moving the hips. Circles, reversing your circle in other direction here. Just kind of loosen the body up, whatever feels good to you right now. And then we'll come to stillness, spreading our knees as wide as the yoga mat, big toes touching. So we sink the hips back, coming into our child's pose. Surrendering down to the mat, forehead to the mat, arms extended above. Taking a deep breath in here and out. Feeling that stretch in the back body here. Good shoulder stretch. Beginning to loosen up the hips here. At any point during the practice, if it becomes a bit much, child's pose is always available. Come and take a break. Breathe in deep here, feeling the abdomen again. Feeling it extend throughout the body. Then on your next inhale, we'll pull ourselves back up into our tabletop position here. We'll step the left leg back, right leg back, coming into our plank pose here. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in here, getting settled into this practice. Pushing away from that yoga mat, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Begin to drop one knee down to the mat, then the other knee down. Working our way back up into a downward dog. Raising the hips up. And once you come in a downward dog, continue to pedal it out. Here, shoulders away from your ears, navel to spine, rib cages surrounding the back, expanding. Just pedaling out here for just a bit. Maybe you'll turn the hips to one side, turn the feet to one side, dropping the hips. Remembering to breathe in deep here, just feeling that stretch there. And then we'll find stillness as we take a deep breath in and breathing out. Then we want to look between our hands and slowly, small baby steps, work our feet up behind our hands, placing our feet directly behind our wrists, taking small, small steps, coming into a forward fold here. Option to grab opposite elbows, gentle bend in the knees, twisting over to the right, then over to the left, allowing the head to hang long, be heavy. Breathing in deep here, expanding the body, expanding the lungs. Then we'll release our hands to the mat. We'll interlace our hands behind our head with gentle tug, being careful here, bringing our head closer to our knees. And then we'll drop our hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, gazing forward, straight spine, straight back. Exhale, back down, our hands to the mat. Inhale, coming all the way up, stacking each vertebrae at a time. Chin last to rise, bringing our hands up above. Interlacing our fingers. And we'll tilt over to the left here for a nice stretch in the side body here. Breathe in deep into that right hip. Exhale, we'll come back to center. Breathe in deep as we bend over to the right. Breathing into that side body, opening the chest up to the sky. Exhale, back to center. One more time, over to the left. Expanding that chest up towards the sky. Exhale, back to center. Inhale deep over to the right. And exhale, back to center. We'll take a deep breath in and begin to lean back just a bit for gentle back being here. And then exhale, we'll bring our hands all the way down to the mat, coming back into our forward fold here, placing our hands down as we step our left leg back, Right leg back, lowering down to the stomach and coming up to our forearms for a Sphinx pose. Shoulders over our elbows, hands spread out wide, gazing forward for a gentle back bend here. Take a deep breath in, filling the abdomen. Feeling that nice stretch in the back here, in the lower back. Also in the shoulders. Being careful not to drop our shoulders down in between our ears. Sitting up tall here. Then we'll inhale and exhale as we gaze over the right shoulder, looking for that right heel. Exhale back to center. Inhale, over gazing at the left heel, if that's available. Exhale back to center. Placing our hands back under our shoulders, curling the toes, pushing back up into plank, and then back into a downward facing dog. Take a moment to adjust. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, we'll drop the left heel. Right leg comes up high. We'll bend that knee and open the hip up here and begin to make circles with our knee. Going one direction, breathing in deep, pushing away from that yoga mat. Reversing our circle in the other direction here. Being sure not to lean too much into that left hip there. Pushing away from that mat. We'll find a stillness, extending that right leg. Inhale deep as we exhale, stepping it through in between our hands, dropping that back knee for a low lunge. Breathing in, hands come up high, gazing through our hands. Exhale, we release back down to the mat. We'll lift that back knee. We'll take our right leg back up high and exhale down to our mat. Inhale, dropping the right heel, left leg comes up high. We'll bend the knee, opening the hips. Begin to make circles going in one direction here. Being sure not to collapse down into our shoulders. Breathing in deep. Then we'll reverse our circle. Then focus on our breath here. And as we find stillness, kicking that left leg back up, we'll step it through in between our hands, bringing that back right knee down. Inhale, hands come up high. Exhale, back down to the mat. Stepping that left leg back, lowering down to the stomach, uncurling the toes. Inhale into upward dog or the cobra. Exhale, meet me back in downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll look through the hands. And again, slowly make our hands back up to our forward fold here. Breathe in deep. Exhale. Inhale, we'll halfway lift. Exhale, release back down to the mat. Inhale, stacking each vertebrae one at a time. 4, 3, 2, 1. The head being last to rise. Hands open up here. Receiving energy as we take a deep breath in together. And exhale. Inhale, we'll bring our hands down to chest, beginning to bend our knees, bringing our feet together, coming down into a chair pose. Inhale deep here. Exhale, we'll place left elbow over right knee for a twist in our chair here. Inhale deep back in the center. Exhale, we'll bring right elbow to left knee for a twist here, shining that chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale back into center here. Take a deep breath here, beginning to feel that burn in the calves. Exhale, we'll extend, coming back into our forward fold. Left leg comes back, right leg's back, lower down to our belly. And then this time we'll bring our hands out wider than our yoga mat, coming up to tented fingers. Inhale, lifting the chest up, allowing the head to be the last to rise. Breathe in deep here. Exhale, we'll release. Again, inhaling here. The head last to rise as we raise our chest off the mat. Exhale, we'll release. One more time, pushing our chest away from the yoga mat. Breathing in deep into that back body, to this back bend. Exhale, coming back to our mat. Placing our hands under our shoulders as we push up into our plank and back into our downward facing dog. Inhale, dropping that left heel, right leg comes up high. Begin to bend the knee and place that right knee behind the right wrist here, coming into our pigeon pose. Extending that back leg down the mat, untucking the back foot, pushing up with a gentle back bend again here, coming to tented fingers, breathing in deep. Exhale, we release, folding forward down, bringing our forehead down to the mat or down to your hands. Deep breath in here. Should be a nice, good stretch in that hip. Feel the hip starting to loosen up. Inhale, breathe deep into that hip. And exhale. Your next inhale, we'll begin to push ourselves up. Coming back into the standard pigeon pose here. And then we want to find some balance and find some strength and place our hands behind our back, keeping that balance and our strength. And exhale, we'll fold forward. And inhale, we'll come back up. One more. Inhale deep. Exhale back up. One down, one more time. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale back up. One more. Should feel that in the hip. Bringing it down. Inhale back up. Placing our hands back down to the mat. Whew. Curling our back toes, coming up off that back knee. Begin to gently raise our leg back up into three-legged dog here. And then exhale down to the mat. Good job. All right, inhale, we'll drop the right heel, left leg comes up high. We'll bend that left knee, placing it behind our left wrist. Placing our back leg back from extension here. Coming up on the tented fingers for a gentle back bend here in this pigeon pose. Another deep breath in together. Exhale, we'll fold forward down to our mat. Coming down our forehead to our hands, all the way down to the mat. Breathing in deep into that left hip. So we should begin to feel these hips beginning to loosen up here. And then on your next inhale, we'll place our hands beside us, pushing ourselves back up to our pigeon pose. Inhale deep here and begin to place your hands behind our back. We'll inhale as we fold forward. And inhale back up, sorry. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Inhale, we'll come back up. Strengthening our hips here. It's great for loosening the hips up as well. So we inhale down, exhale down, inhale back up. We got two more. We go down and back up. Last one, we got this. We forward down, and we'll come back up, placing our hands on the mat, curling that back toe, lifting the back knee, and beginning to raise the left leg back in the air for downward facing dog. We'll bring our leg back down, shifting forward into a plank, lowering down to our stomach, chaturanga up. Inhale into your upward dog. Exhale, meet me back in downward facing dog. This time we'll inhale, dropping the left heel. Right leg comes up high, and we'll step that right foot on the outside of our right hand, coming into a lizard here. Breathe in deep, pushing away from your yoga mat, gazing down just a little head of your yoga mat. Should feel that stretch here in your hip, inside groin, even in that back quad. Just opening the hips up here. Deep breath in. And then on your next exhale, we'll drop that back knee, uncurl the toes. We'll place our right hand on our right knee, opening that hip up. Begin to shift forward just a bit. You'll feel that stretch even deeper here. Then our inhale, we'll place our hand back down to the mat, curling those back toes, lifting the back knee. Right leg comes back up high, and then down to our mat. Take a moment to pedal it out here for just a second. Pushing away from our yoga mat, keeping our shoulders away from our ears here. Finding stillness, inhaling, dropping the right heel. Left leg comes up high. Beginning to step it on the outside of our left hand here. Breathing in deep. Feeling that stretch here on the left hip. Inside the left groin. The right quads here. Start to feel really good here. Feeling the body loosen up. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll drop that back knee. Uncurl the toes, placing our left hand on our left knee. Opening the hip up, coming to the side of our foot there. Begin to lean forward, feeling the stretch go even deeper here. Breathing deep into our hips. And on the next exhale, we'll place our hand back down, curling the back toe. Back knee comes up. Left leg goes up high. Shifting forward, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale to our upward facing dog. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale, looking between our hands, hop, step, or jump your way to the front of your mat. Coming into our forward fold. Inhale, we'll rise all the way up, bringing hands up high. And then down to our chest. Taking a moment here to settle in. Then we'll begin to shift our weight into our left foot, bringing our right knee up high, grabbing that right knee, bringing it in towards our chest. Then releasing that right knee, hands come to prayer as we begin to kick that right knee back, kicking the right foot out, coming into warrior three, gazing down, gentle being in that left knee for balance. Option to bring hands to the mat if needed. Breathing in deep here. Then your next inhale will bring that right knee back up to our chest. And exhale down to the mat. Inhale, dropping the hands, bringing the hands up high. Exhale, bringing the hands to heart center. Inhale, we'll bring that left knee up to our chest. Grabbing that knee, bringing it in closer. Feeling that stretch there again in our hips, opening our hips up quite a bit here. Then we release that knee, bringing our hands back to our heart center and begin to kick that left foot back as you lean forward, coming into warrior three. Gazing down at the mat for balance. Again, option to bring hands to the mat to help out with that balance. Gentle bend in that right knee. And then inhale, we'll bring left knee back up to our chest and exhale back to our mat. Inhale, dropping hands, raising up high. Exhale, we'll drop our hands back down to the mat, coming to a forward fold. Left leg back, right leg comes back, lowering down, chaturanga. Coming to an upward facing dog on the inhale. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. Inhale, dropping that left heel. Right leg comes up high, stepping it through in between our hands, coming up into our high lunge. Breathing in deep, gazing through our hands, keeping a generous bend in that front knee. Exhale, we'll sweep our hands behind us, lowering our chest, our thigh down to our right leg. Inhale, we'll come back up into our high lunge. Exhale, we'll place our chest down to our right thigh. One more time, inhaling up. Exhale, we'll come forward. Inhale our hands forward as we stay with our chest on our thigh here. Breathe in deep. And then exhale, we'll bring hands down to the mat. Inhale, right hand up high. Exhale, back to the mat. Stepping that right leg back up high. Three-legged dog. And then down to our mat. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale. Inhale, dropping that right heel. Left leg comes up high. Begin to step it through in between our hands. Inhaling into our high lunge. Gazing between our hands. Keeping a generous bend in that knee. Exhale, sweeping the hands behind us. Chest comes to left thigh. Inhale, bringing hands up high. Shining the chest forward. Exhale, we'll come back down. Chest to thigh. One more time, inhaling up high. Gazing through our hands. Exhale, placing our hand on our chest on our thigh. Inhale, bringing hands out forward. Take a deep breath here. I know that thigh's burning. Exhale down to the mat. Inhale, left hand comes up high. Exhale, back to the mat. Left leg comes high for a three-legged dog. And now chaturanga here, lowering to the belly. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, back into downward facing dog here. Pellet it out just a little bit here. And then we'll bring our knees down to the mat. Good job, guys. We did great here. We'll sit back on our bums, bringing our legs out forward. Legs extended here. Maybe a small bend in our knees here. Sitting up tall and straight. Inhale, hands come up high. Exhale for a seated forward fold. Maybe grabbing the tops of the feet or the thighs or shins. Maybe you can reach and grab the bottom of your feet. Breathe in deep here. Exhaling, releasing just a bit more. Then in your next inhale, we'll come sitting up. Begin to lay back down onto our backs. Bringing our heels up to touch the tips of our middle fingers here. Preparing for bridge pose. Take a deep breath in here. On your next inhale, we'll raise the hips off of the floor, finding a parallel here, not to go too high and not to sink down, but try to keep it parallel. We want to keep our knees over our ankles here. Breathe in deep and exhale, we'll release. Now we want to do 10 more of these with our breath. So inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we'll release. Again, up and down. This is number 5, where we go up and down. Raising the hips up off the ground. Navel into our chest. Into our spine. Be kind of hard to get your navel to your chest. May not be good. Inhale up one more time. Exhale, release. We got 2 more. Inhale, raising the hips up. Exhale, we'll release. Last time, hips come up. We'll hold here. Breathe into this. You got it. Exhale, we'll release. Bringing our knees into our chest. Take a second, maybe rocking back to one side to the other for a gentle back massage here. And then we'll hold on to that right knee as we extend the left leg out. Breathing in deep, bringing our right knee into our chest a bit more. Taking the left hand, guiding it over our right knee over to the left for a supine twist. Right hand and arm comes out wide if that's available, gazing over the right shoulder. Deep breath into this twist here. Should feel really good on the hips and the lower back right here, opening that chest up. On your next exhale, we'll come back, bringing both knees into our chest again. Exhaling, extending that right leg out, bringing the left knee into the chest a bit more. Then we'll take our right hand and guide it, our left knee over to the right side. Left hand comes out wide, gazing over that left shoulder, breathing deep into this stretch here. Exhaling, releasing just a bit more, feeling that tension go away. And then we'll come back to center here, bringing both knees into our chest one more time. And then we'll straighten both legs out, coming into our Shavasana. You have an option of laying flat here, or maybe bringing feet together for a butterfly pose. Laying down here, getting settled. Maybe we'll bring a hand to our abdomen and one to our chest here. Feeling the rise and fall of our breath. Being grateful for the opportunity we took out today to join me in this practice. Slow flow, but we did build up a little heat in the body and got a little sweat going. Let's enjoy this moment of relaxation. Let's take a deep breath in together. Use your hands to close your legs if you found the butterfly variation. Lay over to your favorite side. Taking a few moments here and slowly pushing ourselves up into a seat. Sitting up tall here, bringing our hands to our chest. Deep breath in as we sit up taller, bringing our thumbs to our forehead in gratitude. Exhaling back to our chest. Again, thank you for joining me. It's a great time. It's a really good practice here. We bow our head and namaste.